Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, October 27th, 2023. How are you guys on this lovely Friday morning? Or it might be evening, or it might be midday, lunchtime for you all, whoever is watching this, whatever time zone you all are in, whatever country, state, region, blase, skippy woo woo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is so nice out here today in Chicago, but we getting ready to get some crashing temperatures. Yes. We've had really good weather the last couple of days, about a week or so. It's just been beautiful. I mean, 70-degree weather. It's been really, 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 really nice. But it's getting ready to come to an end. What is going on here? It's a lot of cars coming this way. Yep. So we're getting ready to go down in the valley, as they say. Down in the dungeon. Yep. I'm getting ready to go down, 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 baby. Down, down to the ground in temperatures. We've had 70, 80-degree weather. You know, yesterday it was 70, it's 63 today when I walked out. It rained last night. We've been having rain. Supposed to get more rain this evening, and this second round of rain that we get this evening is going to be what's going to take us down to the ground, Charlie Brown. So it's going to be like 40 degrees, which, I mean, that's going to seem freezing compared to what we've had. It's going to seem really, really cold. But, you know, it is October. And I have experienced October weather where I was in hats and gloves and coats. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to have this cold air that's coming somewhere that's going to blow through here. And then we're supposed to get back up in, the temperature's supposed to go back up. So, I don't know. So, I asked you all to say a little prayer for me. I mentioned in the video that you all will see Thursday's video that will be released today, Friday. I plan to release this one today too. I made mention about my father's death date, which will be this coming Sunday, October 29th. He died October 29th, 2016. It's been 7 years. And I'm just trying hard not to think about it, but it's hard. It's hard. So, you know, trying to not be emotional about it, but I am, and I just got a whole lot of I don't know. I'm just not doing well. I'm just not. Every time it comes up, every time his death date comes up, you know, it just hurt all over again. I'm better. I am better. I am coping. In the last 7 years, I've had to. I have had some, you know, I've had some good days. I've had some bad. Death is a part of life. We all know this, but it still hurts, and it still makes you think about that person. And I think about him a lot. And I'm just, you know, I'm just not feeling that great. My uncle is sick. And one of my uncles is really sick, and you know, I want to go see him this weekend in the hospital. I don't know. And my friend's supposed to come over tonight. I'm kind of pissed with him too. I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Men can just be so insensitive at times until it's them, and then they want you to baby them and do all of this with them, and you know. I just find myself telling myself, don't get so emotionally wrapped up in nobody. You know, that was my problem. That has been my problem in the last couple of years dealing with men, and I have to remind myself. Only give what they give. You know, don't give no more. Don't give no less. Whatever they give, you give. They into you, you be into them. If they not into you, don't you be into them. And that's where I'm at. I find myself being more into him than he's into me. And so it just has it makes me pull back. You know, because again, I'm not trying to get my feelings hurt. I'm not trying to get that wrapped up in nobody ever again. Until they prove that they're that wrapped up into me. I have just learned to not give people very much of myself. Give people very little of me. What you give is what I give you. If you give me little, you get little. If you give me a lot, you get a lot. You know, I'm not pouring into nobody that don't pour into me. And his comments sometimes are just so insensitive, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him about that. But then on the other side, on the other hand, I'm like, why should I have to? I don't feel like I should have to even bring it up. You know, I'm just gonna act like whatever. You know, so I don't feel like I have to tell a person that you're being insensitive, or have to tell a person that you're hurting my feelings, when I can just ghost you. And I don't mean ghost you like in a way where I won't answer you or I won't talk to you, but ghost you in a way that I'm just not pouring myself into you like that, you know? So I'm learning because I'm always the one who give more, always. And I'm not doing that this time with nobody. You know, did that with the last guy, gave more, was more into him, and you know, poured, you know, into him, and, you know, and I got nothing but a wet ass, you know, and I can get a wet ass by my damn self, you know, so I'm not doing it no more, you know, I'm just not doing it anymore. And it may seem mean, it may seem harsh, but I have to protect my heart, I have to protect my peace, I have to protect my sanity, I have to protect the way I move, I have to protect who I am, how I do what I do. I have to just protect myself, you know. So I ain't doing it no more, you know. So I do not understand why motherfuckers get on the expressway and drive like they on the street. You go on the street. This is the expressway, the highway. That means go fast or faster. Anywho, so I've learned to protect my peace, you know, and it's important that you do protect your peace. And people may not understand you protecting your peace. And when I say protect your peace, that's why I say sometimes you just got to just, people think, oh, you mean because you're not talking to them, or you mean because you're not saying nothing to them. No, I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace. Because one thing I have learned, and one thing I'm not going to do, is I'm not going to keep telling you how I feel about something. I'm not going to keep expressing to you how you make me feel about something. I can show you how you make me feel by not giving you no more of me, you know. And that's how I've learned, you know, to be. I just learned to be, you know, once I feel like you don't care about my feelings, or once I feel like you're not responding to what I'm saying, and I got to keep telling you how I feel about something, I just back off, you know. I've learned to back off. I've just learned. Don't look at me crazy because I got these papers around my head. I'm going to get my hair done today. But my hair done today, but my hair was just looking so raggedy. I did not lay it down last night with the gel, so it's getting loose. That's how I know when it's time to get it done. When it start coming apart around it here, I'm like, yeah, it's time to do something. And I really believe that I need a touch up, but I'm gonna have to ask her, because she always be, I don't get, they've been saying that African American women have been getting ovarian cancer from the perms, the relaxers that we put in our hair, right? So my mother and everybody like, you need to go natural, you need to go natural, you need to go natural. Look, I'm not doing that. I don't like nappy looking hair. Now, listen here. I'm not saying that as a negative, okay? I'm just saying what I think look good on Cece. And I don't like that look. I don't like, everything is not for everybody. And my mother has locks. She's had them for years. I don't want them. I know a few people that they let their gray grow out. I don't want that either. I just don't. I have a classmate who has beautiful hair. She just has let her hair go totally gray. She's been gray for a minute. God bless your ministry, but it ain't mine. So when people say, oh, you just let your hair go gray, no, I'm not going to do that, because that's not what I like. I don't like the way that look on me. Now, how it look on anybody and everybody else, that's something totally different. But that is not for me. That is not for CC. And I ain't finna be trying to act like, I'm gonna go on and let my hair grow gray or whatever. No, I'm not. Okay, what are you doing right here? You need to get out the way. Come. Could have been got over there. I'm telling you, it's so many people that live in this city that don't know how to drive. But anywho. So yeah, I'm just not, I ain't doing that. Yesterday, they made me go back to my old department of work because one of my co-workers, her son had surgery. So they made me go work with one of the painters, right? They ain't need me over there. They got enough people. So I don't know if I'm going back over there today. I hope not. The light is green. Oh, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. So I'm going back over here to punch in. I don't know if she coming today or not, but I hope she coming. Which she don't need to be over here either, because they got enough people. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell my boss, listen, he got 3 people on this other project. He can take one of them off. Come on now. He got enough people to cover what he needs to have covered. But I didn't have a bad day or nothing like that. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad day. But I don't want to go back over there though. I don't have no problems. I had to tell this other foreman, the one that I had to go back and work with him, I had to tell his ass off more than once. He good now. He's still crazy, but he good. I don't know what's wrong with them. You know how somebody keeps saying, oh, I'm retiring, I'm retiring, I'm retiring. But they'll never retire because they want to hold on to that little bitty control. Boy, bye. And he's saying he's going to retire. He ain't retired yet. I don't think he's going to retire. I'm like, what is you holding on for? Go on and retire. I don't know. But I do know one thing. Wherever I be, I'm leaving and going. I'm doing me today. That's all I'm gonna say. Yesterday I went to the doctor. Y'all, I got to lose some weight. She ain't say nothing about my weight, but I gotta lose some weight though. But I went to, find out about my hand. I think I told y'all that I've been having these these knots in my hands. And she said, I don't think it's really anything to be concerned about. She said, it's probably the job that you had before. So she told me to wear some padded gloves. So I'm gonna wear some padded gloves. Because I do have to pick up the cones to put them out. But I looked it up on the internet and what it said. It said it's a condition, some type of I can't remember what it was, but she felt them and everything, and she was like, it's nothing to be concerned about. You don't need surgery or nothing like that, So we'll see. But I don't really, y'all, I don't have a subject. I said I was gonna get on here and have a subject, and I started talking about something else, but I had a plan to talk about something. I just, I did get a chance to talk to my boss yesterday, and we was talking about the situation with the foreman again and his wife. And I told my boss, I said, I really didn't know how to approach him. He said, you did good. He said, you did really good. He said, you were professional. He said, he came in here and talked to me. He said, he came in here and talked to me. He told me what you had said. He said you were very professional about it. And he said, you did good. You didn't need me. He said, you did not need me. He said, you handled that very, very, very well. He said, you did not need me. He said, but I am glad you told me about it so that I'm aware of it. He said, but you did not need me. He said, and I am thankful that I have employees who know how to handle themselves in a professional manner without being belligerent or, you could have came in, cussed him out or whatever. And I told my boss, I said, I would never do that. I said, because it was not that serious. I said, was I irritated? Was I annoyed? Was it an unpleasant experience? Yeah, it was. I said, but I also knew that it was something that he was not aware of. And I didn't feel like it was his fault, you know what I'm saying? Or he was to blame for what happened. I said, I'm just glad that he know. And he said, yeah, he was out here cursing her out. I said, yeah. I said, I heard that. And I said, and that's the part I said, I was kind of like, didn't want them to have, him to have to go that far. He was like, well, he got to handle his business, whatever that may be, he had to handle it. I was like, yeah, you're right. So okay, what's going on right here? This truck is trying to back up. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. You gotta do the same thing. yeah, so I haven't seen him. Like I said, I never see this man. I don't even know where he's stationed at or whatever. But so yeah, I should be happy that it's Friday. I'm supposed to see my friend later, but I ain't really feeling him right now. Really ain't. But this is something that we can talk about real quick before I end this video. Yesterday, I'm in a Facebook group. I'm in several of them. And you know, some of these groups I'm in, well, let me just say this. I don't participate. I'm the comment participator. I don't write posts, because whenever you write a post about anything, people don't know how to give advice without judging, or they don't know how to answer something without being so direct to the point where it can be hurtful. So what I learned long time ago about being in Facebook groups is that don't share too much about yourself, and just put up things that are funny, something that's comedy, but that's it. Nothing that requires opinions, unwanted opinions or debates, right? So there was a question in the group that asked, if your significant other had a best friend of the opposite sex before the two of you got married, would you be okay with that? And how would that work in your marriage? And here's what I say to that. I think people feel like when you get married, you have to give up so much of yourself. Do you have to compromise? Do you have to make sacrifices in a relationship? Yes, you do. But I have several male friends that are my best friends, that I consider my best friends. And we talk about everything. They're married, okay? They talk about their wives to me. They vent, or whatever the case may be. We talk. It never goes nowhere. Never has it, never will it. Whatever I've told them about whoever I'm dealing with, same thing. It stays between the two of us. Why should I have to give up somebody that I've known before you? And why do you have to be this? Somebody wrote, your spouse should be your best friend. No. Sometimes your spouse is not like your best friend. I'm sorry, they just not. And when I say that, what I mean by that is, even when you're married to somebody or you in a relationship with somebody, you cannot share everything, because here's the thing: you're married to them. So they're not going to look at it the same way a best friend look at it. Can you and your spouse be extremely close and be very tight and have a great relationship where you all talk about everything? Yes, you can. But there's some things that I want to talk to my friends about that I don't necessarily want to talk to my significant other about. And I might want to talk about his ass. I might want to say, you know what? Let me tell you what he did that made me so goddamn mad. Blase, skippy, woo, woo, woo. You can't say that to the spouse or say it like that, because that's going to be an argument. So I just feel, I read some of the comments in the group, and I do understand what they meant about your best friend. Your spouse should be your best friend. Sometimes your spouse is not your best friend. Your spouse can be your confidant. Your spouse can be somebody that you confide in, but sometimes they're not your best friend, because you don't have the same relationship with them as you have with a best friend or with friends. You just don't. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. Because you don't. And he might want to get on the phone and talk about your ass to his friends. Let me tell you what she did to piss me off. And then sometimes you get a different perspective from other people. Not that you put people in your marriage, but sometimes, like, I have a friend, he been married, 40 40 some years, okay? So he's a little bit older than me. And he don't dog his wife or talk about her real bad or whatever. But there's some things that she do that irritate him. And he'll tell me about it or whatever. And I'll give him my, opinion. Sometimes I don't say shit. I just listen. Because it's just something he wants to talk about. But he knows that what he tells me ain't never gonna go back to her or get back to her. And I met her twice, and she knows that we friends. But I've made it clear that we just friends. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never been no hanky panky or nothing. We used to work together, and we became good friends. He know my whole family. Him and my dad was even close. When my father died, he couldn't even come. He came over there the day he died, but he did not come to the funeral. And the day after the funeral, he called me up, boo-hooing on the phone. I had never heard a man cry like this. He was like, your dad, I loved your dad like he was my father. He said, it just reminded me of my father dying, because his father died the same way that my father died, of a massive heart attack. You are just all over the place. He's just all over the place. How you riding down the fucking middle of the street? It's 2 lanes. Pick one, motherfucker. Get on my nerve. Anyway, we're good friends. So I said, my response was to that was like, I'm not giving up my friends for my significant other. As long as I know what I'm doing and what my intentions are of being friends with this person, that's all that matters. Either you trust the person you with or you don't. And let me say something about that. I don't really trust nobody. But I have to have enough belief that you're not doing anything. But do I trust somebody 100% to think that they won't cheat on me, that they won't fuck around? No, I don't. No, I do not. But I have enough belief to believe that you care enough about me that you'll be like, no, I'm not gonna, do this to her because I really care about her. I really love her and respect her. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to mess up. I would never do that to her because of how I feel about her. That's all I can go on. All the rest of the bullshit, it ain't no guarantee. Ain't no guarantee. Because people will act like they won't do certain things to you, and they do. Let me go with this stupid shit. There might be somewhere to park down there. Ain't nobody said nothing about going over there, so I don't know. I'm sure finna punch in right here. I gotta go over there or not. I need to turn the camera off, y'all. I need to run up in here and find out if I gotta go over here. Y'all, I'll be back. I just went in there. He said, my boss said, it's so confusing. He said my other foreman didn't call him back and say if he needed me to come back over there. I don't fucking know. Y'all get y'all asses out the street. These motherfuckers just stand in the middle of the street. Like, get the fuck out the street. I don't know if I can fit in this spot. They drive crazy as fuck over here. Right here. I'm not parking back there. Still way over. Where am I? Right here. My hair should be dry now. So yeah, so I don't think you should have to give up people. I mean, you know, that's why I don't want to get married, because it's you gotta stop talking it out. I'm a grown ass person. Fuck I look like. And at this point at my age, at 53, I just know so many people. I have built so many good, positive relationships with people that have helped me. And I gotta stop talking to them because now you in the picture. Get the fuck out of here. People are so let me say this. I don't have to have somebody all to myself like that. I just don't. That's just me. I don't know. Too much work. Let's see, did it dry? Yeah. Yeah, I just want it to look neat. Them papers is a miracle worker, baby. Miracle worker. Ha! It'll lay your head down. Yes, it will. And I did that this morning when I got in the shower. Laid it down. Papers, lay it down, baby. Even though I'm going to get it done, I want it to look neat. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like my hair to look crazy. I know some people, they walk out, they don't care how their head look. I can't do it. I got to be point. You understand what I'm saying? My boss just told me. He was looking at me funny, like, what the hell is that on your damn head? I'm like, you haven't seen this on my head before. But then again, maybe he haven't. I don't know. he sure, when I walked in his office, he sure was looking at me like, what the fuck is going on with your head? He probably wanted to say something, but if somebody else is coming in his office, he probably was like, Cece, what is that on your head? Everybody here call me Cece, just like y'all call me Cece. Oh, and let me say this before I get off this video. I'm gonna go over on my OnlyFans platform. I'm gonna go over on my OnlyFans platform and write a post. I don't know what. See, I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. The men over there on my OnlyFans channel, they complain that I don't post enough content. Let me tell y'all why. Every time I post content, I get the dick pics, the motherfucker beating his dick off, masturbate. Listen here. If we are not fucking, there is no reason for you to send me your dick. There is no reason. I don't care if I make you explode until you go to the goddamn motherfucking moon and come back. I don't need to see your dick. I have said this 1,001 times. I have told you all over here I don't want to see your dick. I've told you over on OnlyFans I don't want to see your dick. I've said it on Facebook. I've said it on Instagram. A guy on Instagram sent me a picture of his dick. I blocked him. The guy on OnlyFans sent me a picture of his dick. I blocked him. He will be getting a refund. Now, he has been on my OnlyFans for a minute. So he's heard me say this. He's not new to the channel, okay? He's not new. So you already know how I feel about that. So why would you send me a picture of your dick? Why? This is not show me your dick and let me rate your dick type of platform. It's lingerie. That's it. That's it. So I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again over here. If you join my OnlyFans platform and you send me a picture of your dick or you beating your dick off, you will be fucking blocked. If you email me your picture of your dick or a video of you beating off your dick, you will be blocked. And when I find out who you are on YouTube, you will be blocked. I'm not putting up with that shit. I don't want to see a picture of your dick. I think I've made that clear. 1,001 times I've said this. I don't know how you send a stranger, a woman that you've never met, who you ain't gonna never fuck, ever. Why would you send me a picture of your dick? And some of y'all got some nice dicks. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to see it. Because I'll never get it. And I don't fucking want it. Because if you send me a picture of your dick, how many other women that you're interested in do you send a picture of your dick to? That's some nasty shit. It's just nasty. And it's offensive. I ain't said nowhere since I've been on YouTube, OnlyFans, Instagram, TikTok. Send me a picture of your dick. I want to see what your dick look like. You're not my man. You're not my lover. I'm not fucking you. I don't have no need to see your dick. I know you got one. Okay? I know you got a dick. But I don't need to see it. That's it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know why you would want to send a stranger your dick. I don't get it. It's stupid. Oh, Jesus. Anywho. need for you to do that. It's just not. No need for you to send a picture of your dick. I'm just saying. It makes no sense to me. Y'all, these garbage bags, I keep these in my car. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. You get 35 bags. And I keep them in here because my little rugrat son, he don't know how to put stuff in the garbage. And they smell really, really good. So they keep your trash can or, you know, they'll keep your trash can smelling good or whatever. It's smelling really, really good. I don't know who had my van yesterday, but I know I left some garbage in there. I just pour that out. That won't leak. But yeah, I just keep a garbage bag in here. I don't like garbage in my car. So this is why I don't. This is one of the reasons why I don't film on OnlyFans. That's the main reason. It's always the damn dick pics. That's why I'm going to the hairdresser, because my head itch like crazy. My coworker. Oh yeah, y'all. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm gonna wake my kid up, because I know Christopher is not up. And I will see you all later. I plan to do a video this weekend, a Shein video, probably of, it's gonna be some sweatshirts, a dress, some blue jeans, something like that. So yeah, I plan to do a video for you all this weekend, so be looking for that. Okay, all right, y'all. If I can get 2 videos in, I'm gonna try my best. I don't know, I'm gonna see though. I hope I can get 2 videos in for y'all. All right, y'all, have a good Friday. I love you guys. God bless you, and thank you for always supporting me. And please don't send me no dick pics. I'm just saying. Okay, all right, y'all. Okay, bye.